Today's practice is for my runners, my cyclists, and my walkers who are looking for some beginner-friendly hamstring stretches. The only pose you're gonna want for today's practice is a yoga strap. If you don't have one, I don't have one. You can also use a bathrobe belt. So grab that, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Welcome to Yoga with Carolynne. In this channel, you will gain the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence to practice yoga, no matter your size, your age, or your ability to touch your toes. Yoga for hamstrings. So grab hold of your strap right off the bat and meet me on your back. We're gonna start nice and simple just by starting to bring a bend to the legs and open your feet nice and wide. Knock your knees in towards each other. Because if you have tight hamstrings, it will help to not have the legs extended right at the beginning of the practice. Placing your arms alongside the body with the palms open towards the sky, and if it feels okay, close your eyes. Do any final adjustments in the body so that this shape feels like a comfortable one. So maybe one last shift in the low back, one last shift in the upper back, and one last shift in the neck. And then bring your attention to your breath. A simple tool you can use in order to bring your attention to your breath is bring your attention to your chest and your belly. Find where you feel that rise and fall of the body as you inhale and as you exhale. And then once you find that, see if you can send your breath a little deeper into the body. So if you found that you are breathing in the upper chest, see if you can send your breath towards the ribs. If you found that you were breathing more in the ribs, somewhere in the center of your body, see if you can send your breath down towards the belly. Take one more deep breath like that. On the exhale, let it go at the mouth. Beautiful. All right. Fluttering the eyes open if the eyes were closed, and then grabbing hold of your strap and bringing your attention to your right leg. So pick up the right leg and then place the strap on the bottom of the right foot, and then extend the right leg up towards the sky with the sole of the right foot reaching up towards the sky. Wrapping the strap around the hand so that you don't have to use too much arm strength to latch onto that strap. And then we're going to be here for a few deep breaths. So you can keep the left leg bent, or you can extend the left leg long if you would like, with the heel released down on the mat towards the lower end of your mat. And right away you might notice that your shoulders, your face, and your grip of your hands might begin to tighten. So soften that. And then that breath that you had just connected with, use that breath to begin to create space. So on the inhale, feel that inhale travel from your hip down the back line of your leg all the way towards the heel. And on the exhale, gently pull that leg in towards you. 3 more times like that. So the inhale reaches the heel up. Exhale hugs that leg in. 2 more times. Beautiful. Unraveling the hands, and then place both ends of the strap in your right hand. And then placing the left hand on top of the left hip bone. Using that grip of the right hand in that strap to begin to open the right leg out towards the right. So the point here is actually, it's really not to bring the foot all the way down towards the floor. That's not the point. That's not what we're going for. What we're doing is we're just finding some sort of opening on the inside of the hamstrings and the inside of the legs. So wherever the foot falls is wherever the foot falls. You can place your elbow down on the floor to support the leg a little bit more. That left hand is onto the left hip bone just to gently encourage that left glute, left hip to stay grounded. And then 3 deep breaths here. And then once you've taken those 3 deep breaths, come back into center, release the strap from the right foot and extend the right leg long. Before we come into the shape on the other side, just rest here and notice the difference between the right and the left side. Feels kind of interesting after you've stretched one leg and then not the other to kind of notice, oh, my leg falls a little bit differently. And then bringing that bend to both of your legs again. Strap comes to the sole of the left foot. Straighten that left leg up towards the sky, wrapping the ends of the strap around the hands so you don't have to grip too hard. Doing any sort of final adjustment so this feels okay in your upper back and your low back. You can keep that right leg straight or you can extend the right leg long. It's completely up to you. And then the same as we did on the other side. So using that breath, the inhale travels from the glute up the back line of your leg to extend that left heel up towards the sky. And the exhale, gently hug that leg in towards you. Use your breath. The more you use your breath, the more the body will know that you are here on purpose and that you're here to create space. So 3 more deep breaths here. Once you've taken those 3 deep breaths, placing both ends of the strap in your left hand, and then placing the right hand onto the front of the right hip bone, and then use that left hand to open the left foot out towards the side. I'm in a tiny room, so my foot is conveniently landing on a wall. Actually, that's a good modification. If you happen to be beside a wall and you want a little bit more support, then you can allow your foot to land onto a wall. Three more deep breaths here. Once you've taken those 3 deep breaths, the left foot comes back into center, release the strap to one side and extend the left leg long. Arms come alongside the body. Take a second and notice and watch. Notice how the left leg has fallen and settled into the mat a little differently than it did just a few moments ago. And we're keeping things nice and simple here, so no fancy transition. We'll just meet in tabletop position. So making your way there, but take your time, there's no rush. Once you make your way into your tabletop position, ground down into the left knee and extend the right leg back behind you, curling the toes under, and just rock back and forth. So the toes are curled under on the mat. Reach the right heel back and then rock forward. Reach back and come forward. And then lifting that right foot and then stepping the right foot in between the hands. So left knee is grounded, right knee is above the right ankle. And we're not hanging out in this low lunge here. We're gonna come into a stretch for the back of the right leg. So begin to straighten the right leg, send the right toes up towards the sky, walk the hands back, and then pause here. If you do happen to want to have extra support underneath of the hands, you can use your blocks if you want. And then let's get really intentional with that breath again. So on the inhale, slightly raise the chest, lengthen the spine. And then on the exhale, with the heart, sink down. So not the head, but the heart. 2 more times like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink into it. Maybe you can walk the hands forward a little bit more. And then inhale, coming up, bending into that right leg again, and then swing that right leg back, meaning back in tabletop. Right knee is grounded, left leg extends back behind you. Curl those toes under, heel is reaching back, and then rock back and rock forward. 2 more times. Awesome, come back into center. Lift that left foot up just so you can step it forward. If you need to use that left hand to guide it there, all good. If it's clunky, not graceful, all good. That should be like my slogan, clunky, not graceful. All right, so you're forward in your low lunge. And again, we're not hanging out here, so begin to straighten that left leg. Toes of the left foot reach up towards the sky. Hands come back, and then we find that stretch in the back line of the left leg. So fingertips are down on the mat, or if you've got your blocks are underneath of your hands, but we're trying to keep it not so prop heavy today. And then same thing as the other side. So that inhale finds that slight rise of the body. And then the exhale, heart sinks down. Don't even worry about where your head is. The forehead does not need to come down. So inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Bend into that left leg just so that you come forward, and then swing that left leg back behind you. And then bringing your feet over towards one side, bring your hips down onto the mat, and then legs come in front of you. So legs are in front of you, and then bring a bend to your right leg. Sole of the foot comes down, and then open that right knee out towards the side. Flex that left foot, so I'm mirroring you here. So left foot is extended, right leg is bent. Find your sit bones grounded into the mat, and then grab hold of your strap again. Placing your strap to the base of that left foot, wrap your hands, and then we're gonna use that breath again. So on the inhale, please find some length in your spine. On the exhale, begin to tip forward with the heart, and then find your spot. And we're gonna be here for a few deep breaths. Keep your shoulders soft. See if you can adjust the grip with the strap anymore to make this a little bit more gentle, not quite as forceful. Take one more inhale here. Exhale. Nice and slow, bringing yourself up. Taking that strap from beneath that left foot, and then extend into the right leg, and then bring a bend to the left leg. Sole of the foot comes onto the mat, and then open that knee out towards the side. So do any sort of adjustments that you feel. Both of your sit bones are grounded in your yoga mat. Placing your strap to the base of your right foot with the toes reaching towards you, heel is reaching towards me. Wrapping the hands around the strap, and then use that breath. So on the inhale, lengthen please. And on the exhale, lead with the heart, come down, find your shape. As soon as you feel your shoulders start to curl, then stop and begin to straighten again. So we are not going to walk away from this yoga practice having overcompensated and created any sort of extra tension in the shoulders. So really keep those shoulders soft. Don't worry about how close the forehead is to the legs. We're finding a stretch in the legs, not any sort of stretch in the upper body here. And then how can you use your breath to your benefit here? And then taking one last inhale, one last exhale. And slowly come on up. Get rid of that strap from the base of your right foot, and then make your way onto your back. Once you make your way onto your back, one last shape. Just bring the knees in towards the chest to release that low back after that forward fold. The body is a little bit more favorable when one hand comes on top of each shin. It creates a little bit more space. So one hand on top of each shin or on top of each knee, and you can enjoy that stillness, or you can rock from side to side to massage the low back, massage the hips. And then when you're ready, extending into the legs, hands fall where they fall with the palms open towards the sky. Bring your eyes to a close and just settle. This is where we're ending today's practice. So take as much time as you need here. Thank you for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.